Most of the times in our life, we have come across many situations where we have to take the right decision, and that decision is gonna change our life forever. But in the end, what happens is we tend to make a decision which was not our own. It was given by our friends, or by our parents, or by our relatives, and that decision turns out to be a bad decision later on, and it all falls upon us. So, guys, if you have come across any such situation in your life where you had to make a decision but couldn't make one, or you were stuck with choosing a choice and in the end landed a choice of not your own, and that decision has spoiled your life, or in fact, I must say that led you into a path which you didn't wanted to go into. So, guys, if you have come across any such situation in your life where you wanted to make one decision but landed up taking the other kind of decision just because your friends wanted you to do that, or because a relative wanted you to do that, or in fact your parents wanted you to do that. These decisions can vary from the smaller variations to the larger variations. Suppose you wanted to buy a mobile which was worth rupees 20,000, let's say Samsung mobile, but you ended up buying a 50,000 rupees Apple mobile just because your society standard stated that it's a really cool device to use, it's the best for you, will suit your personality well. But in spite of thinking that it will fit in your budget or not, you just bought that Apple mobile because your friends wanted you to buy it, or the society wanted you to buy it, without thinking the consequences of how the decision will affect you in a positive way or a negative way. We tend to take the decisions in such a manner that it will please other people and not us. And because of that, in the end, we are left with a lot of regret. Making that kind of decisions in your life can make you happy only for a little amount of time, because your friends will be happy who wanted you to do that, or your relatives or your family will be happy who wanted you to do that. But in the end, after some time, you will be left with a lot of regret, and the consequences will be faced only by you and not the people who wanted you to do that. They don't even care what you did after that. So, guys, please watch this video till the end if you want to know how to make the right kind of decisions in your life. And if you're suffering with such kind of issues which I just discussed, then you are the one who needs to watch this video really till the end. So stay tuned, guys. Now, many of you who might be watching this video right now might be thinking that what is the right kind of a decision actually? Is it the decision what our parents tell us to do, or what our friends tell us to do? Or is it the choice of our relatives told to our parents and further delivered to us so that this should be followed by us? Is that the right choice? Do you think it is the right choice? I don't think that's the right choice. If you put this kind of question in front of me right now, I'll be answering that I'll do whatever I want to do. I like pleasing myself rather than pleasing the people out there. Because in the end, who's gonna suffer with the consequences is gonna be me. So I would rather suffer with the choices made by me rather than suffer by the choices made by other people, because we cannot blame the other people later on if shit gets real and shit actually starts happening. Now, after I have said this, one more question might have struck your head very nicely in a very appropriate way, that though you're saying that let's follow our dreams and passion and let's do whatever we want to do, what we are feeling like doing, let's do it. But how to decide that whether our decision is gonna be the right decision, whatever our heart is saying, or whatever our mind is telling us to do, is it the right decision? How to choose that? How to finally find out that whether it is the right decision or the right thing to do? So people, let me tell you one thing, and it has only two options in it. The option you're gonna get is whether you do what the fuck you want to do, or whether you don't do and later on regret in your life that you didn't do it whenever you had the time. Have you ever met an old person? Have you ever talked to an old person? So let's do some reality check over here. Whenever I meet an old person, they'll not tell you about what they accomplished or achieved in their life. They'll be mostly talking about the opportunities which they had at that time and what opportunities we have now. They'll mostly talk about the opportunities which they had and they didn't use at that time, and what opportunities we are having at this time and still we are not using them. The people who are aged tend to live with a lot of regrets in their life because they haven't achieved much when the time was there. And I say that still they are little fuckers because they are not able to still do things which they want to do. The biggest regret a human can have in his life is not doing what he wanted to do at the time when he should have done it. But you know what can be more worse than that? The regret that you can still do it, and in spite of knowing the fact that you still are capable of doing it, you are still not doing it. You know your flaws, you know your negativeness, you know what you should be doing, but you're still not doing it because you're not ballsy enough to do it. A person who wants to start a social media business starts posting on the social media. The first few followers are his known people, are his known friends. But the very first post he makes, he gets shit comments on this post. And within 80 seconds of the posting of that picture, he doesn't get enough likes. and he tends to delete it. He's caring more about the public opinion than the value he wanted to provide because of that one person who commented that you suck in the comment section. Just that one person who has not done anything in his life just told him that your content sucks, and he believed it, and then he stopped doing it. You know where we mostly Indians we lack in making right decisions for ourselves is because our parents are more overprotective towards us. I won't blame my parents or anybody's parents because the parents are right to do that, because this is the Indian culture which has been going on for centuries and centuries. The parents want us to settle down for some good, but we need to realize that this is the age to experiment, to finally find out that what our passion is. You fucking can't be doing a job for the rest of your life which you don't like, going to the same office which you don't like, or getting the scoldings from the boss which you don't like. That's a lot of don't like for the rest of your life. Suppose, let me take one example. A person wants to start a clothing brand, but he's not able to do that because his parents think that he's a graduate and he shouldn't be opening a clothing brand now. He should be working for an MNC and get settled, or rather than that, he should be clearing the UPSC or going for some high-end jobs because he's a graduate. They have spent 10 to 15 lakh rupees in his degree, and now what he wants to do is fucking open a store in the gully. And you know, that thing has killed so many dreams in this society. So I'll tell you that if you want to do such kind of things in your life, you have to experiment and start believing in yourself. You're not going to get much support in your life. The decisions which you want to make for your life should be yours to make. Suppose you want to open a clothing brand, you open a clothing brand. And suppose you pass, then you'll say, yeah, I did it. Finally, and you will be very happy at the end. But if you will never do it and settle for a MNC job, after 10 to 15 years when you will get married and have 2 kids, you'll be still thinking that I wish I should have opened that clothing brand. That one I wish can spoil your life for the rest of the years. You're gonna have so much regret that you're gonna die in the regret even before you were supposed to die. Everyone is a born legend, but many of us die before we could leave a legacy behind for the people to follow. Everyone has a passion and a dream while they were small, and they are born with it. But when it comes to getting a job, they just settle for things. When it's time to follow their passion or their dreams or do something what they actually want to do in their lives, they settle for things. Why so much settling in your life when you have been settling as an Indian for everything since your childhood? The people who are watching this video right now, there is gonna be no right decision in your life, and you will never come to know what is right and what is wrong. Literally, listen to me again. There is gonna be no right decision in your life ever. There is only a decision to take or not to take. That's the only thing. If you choose to do what you want to do, you will never have a regret in your life. And that's the best thing you can get. Because if you don't have regrets in your life, you'll be choosing what you actually wanted to do. And when you do something which you actually love doing or actually wanted to do, even if it is the slightest of thing, you wanted to eat at that restaurant, go fucking eat. Don't care about the people or your friends. Don't care about your family. Just do whatever the fuck you want to do without hurting the people around you, to be very clear. And when you actually start doing what you actually wanted to do, you will be a fucking legend. The people will follow you, you will be a legacy, you will be the king, and people will live by your examples. Just live your dreams, guys. That's all, guys. Signing off for right now. Rahul Kumar Verma, engineer turned digital content creator. Till then, see ya, take care, and follow your dreams.